So this video pretty much has to do with police officers and my thought process on it. Because I was watching this video about Charlie Kirk, and it got me thinking about you know men and women and the nationalities that join the police department. Um, and this might hurt some people's feelings, but I mean I hate to break it to you, but yes, white people have a lot of fucked up shit in their past. All right, but the problem is with this whole fucking notion that we're the bad guy is that we're also the good guy. We're the ones that ended the slavery. All right. Yes, we participated in it. All right. But we did not start it, and we are not the only ones. All right. And we did not go to Africa and round you all up. All right. Your people sold you to us. All right. And then we took you over here and took care of you. And then half of the human population of the white people fought to free you. But people want to forget about that. But that's not really about this. But it kind of is because people want to talk about how white supremacy, is in the police department, which I think is a joke. I think it's just honestly, especially when it comes to America and all that. I think other nationalities just choose crime. They choose the easy way. Blacks, Hispanics, um, Asian. I mean, I think they're all like. I mean, they choose the crime. Maybe not so much Asians and all and a lot of others, but Hispanics and blacks, yes, majorly in the United States. Welfare or crime. That's their first choices. All right, and then they want to if they go for college and go for this and go for that. Um, then they want to bitch if they didn't get it because it's because of my skin color, or it's because of white man. All right, which that's a joke. All right, because when I was looking up the numbers, there's about, I mean, when it comes to men and women, there's a 14.2% women and 18.8% men that are in the police department. When it comes to nationalities, it's like 61% white, 21% Hispanic, and 10% black. All right. Unfortunately, I mean, you cannot tell you that there are all these blacks out there that are join the police department or go get an education or do this or learn how to speak. You guys get slandered with talking like Uncle Sam or wanting to be the house Negro. All right, you guys get slandered by your guys' own people. All right, even the Africans that come over here into America, they want to chastise the blacks over here because they don't know where their roots are. But it's because of your answers why they don't know where their roots are. All right. So I just like, and I was watching the Fresher Fit video and all that about. I mean, I do think fucking the races are different, not just skin color. I mean, how our brains work, how they run, how they do this, how they do that. I mean, we run different. I mean, it's the same thing with I think women are physically and mentally below man. I don't think you guys have the IQ or strength to fucking back up what you guys have to say. That's why I think that you guys lash out with emotions. Um, but this mainly has, I mean, I think all of it wraps, I think honestly, everything that goes on in our life wraps up together. Um, but this one just pretty much had to do with the police department. I mean, like I've noticed, I mean, I've been on the streets, I've done the crime a little bit, I've done drugs, and most of it, like I mean, the white people, honestly, I think fucking just whine. Um, and they've been like, I think we're kind of like stuck in the middle ground, like a hard place to rock. It's like I got white privilege. Where, and I don't think blacks big time. I don't think most blacks. I don't think they see other white people in their position because they've been so brainwashed by this whole fucking victim mentality of being oppressed for so long. And it's like, no, you haven't. I mean, honestly, for the last 100 years plus, nobody has been really oppressed. Not like your great great grandfather. All right, that's what really irks me when fucking blacks want to use the whole nigga word and all that, and not realizing that if you add an er and not an a, Like your grandmother was called that to degrade her, and I think it's a joke for blacks to use a nigga. Like you're taking the power back in the word. There's no power to take back in the word. It was a word that just insult you, spit in your face. Um, so I think honestly, I think nobody should be using that word. And I think that makes you guys look more ignorant and choked than anything. Besides the begging the pants and the music, and your guys' community is falling apart, and yet you guys are so busy fighting with each other between you and your women, all right, and bitching and moaning about the white man, all right. And yes, I mean, I'm not gonna excuse that with my, the white people back in the day didn't do some fucked up shit, all right. But one, that's not us, and two, it was also the white man that fucking freed you. All right. I mean, like, I mean, do you think if we didn't buy black people from the African people and bring them over here, do you think we would have fought to free you? I mean, so like, yes, that was bad, for us to buy you. It was bad for your people to sell us to you. But would the freedom of your people ever been possible or done because of you coming over here? Or would you have just been over there? Because over there, I mean, even to this day, they're still enslaving people. The slave treatment trade still goes on. Besides over here, I mean, over in the West, at least in the United States, we don't. I mean, yes, down low, underneath the fucking everything, like America sucks. There's some people in America that do um, participate and indulge in the black market of taboo bullshit that we should all be away from. Um, but I mean, also from the law of anarchy, I can do whatever I want, and so can you. But I just think this is if I mean, I think Nick, who's gonna say it? No, Charlie Kirk. I mean, I think a lot of other people have said it and all that. But if we can't have these uncomfortable, real, hard to swallow conversations that make you feel uncomfortable, that make you twitch, um, then we're not going to get anywhere. And I mean, I hate to bring it to you, but I truly do think that there's some good, I mean, good, I mean, that are want like there's some blacks, Hispanics, whites, Asians that are trying to come together, and build something so what we can all enjoy. Um, I don't think any family, I mean, any real good person out there wants, their kids to get involved in drugs and crime. No, I don't want my kids. My kids. I mean, I'm not white, so I mean, like, I don't want my kids to think that they have an inherent privilege because they're white. I don't want to think that. I don't want them to think that they're better than other people because they're white. And that's where it goes between because that's what we get. That's what most people. I mean, I have a white complexion. I mean, my dad's Japanese, Hawaiian, and Native American. All right, my mom's a lot of white, but we said Italian really white. I don't know. I think it's the only one that's really questioned me. All the others is German, Irish and all that, and French and Scottish, and I can't remember. I think that's all of them. But I don't classify myself as white. And I don't think white and black is actually a race. I think those are colors. Nobody's white or black. All right. And honestly, I think even going deeper in that, I mean, I think over here in America, we're all Americans, and if you want to go learn about your heritage, I mean, like, go learn about your heritage, learn where you came from. I mean, there's a lot of those famous people finding out that they were descendants of people that were on the boats that came over here, the very first boats that came over here. Um, but I mean, and when it comes down to that, but when it came to like, I mean, the Democrats were the ones that started the KKK, like, and there has, I'm sorry, but like, I mean, there has to be some truth to a lot of people being, I mean, I think Republican and Democrat are a joke and all that, but I mean, when it's come down to the facts of our history and shit, that Democrats are the ones that are descendants of the South and the racists and the fucktards, and Republicans are heavily the descendants of the ancestors that freed the slaves. And I mean, I don't understand why we have those two groups. I think we just need one group. The White House, the American people, the United States, the land of the dreams and the freedom, and the pursuit of liberty, life, and happiness. Um, I don't really think we need a party for. I think we just need. I mean, here's 10 plus people, whatnot, that want to run for president. Here's their values. Here's their morals. Here's their views. And then they have a little bit of talking about what they want to do with the country. Pick. I mean, it's not no different than running for class president. You pick certain topics that's going on in the school, the government, the country. You know, you talk about what you want to, like, what you'll do, um, for the people when it comes down to me, because like shit is fucking expensive. I'm gonna lower fucking this. I'm gonna raise this. We're gonna bring more jobs into our country. We're gonna stop exporting. We're gonna stop doing this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna make it harder for kids to get liquor. I'm gonna make sure that we actually have compassion, but also realistic standards for fucking the homeless. I want to get people off the streets because I care about people. Like that's what I want from a president. That's actually talking about what they can do for the people. How they can use the government system to help the people. No different than the fucking people helping the government. They pay the taxes. Without the taxes, they don't have a budget. They don't have income. They could print money all they want. All right, but there's no value to it without us. That's what I think. I mean, but I know I'm all over the place. But like I said, I think all this shit is little bits and pieces and gears and switches and lights to the big picture. So I'm gonna leave it at that right now.